Get started. As I said, you might want to be on a block or a cushion. This is something nice and comfortable to sit on to get the hips up higher than the knees. And just take a moment to get yourself settled here in any seated position that feels good. Begin to allow the eyes to close. And feel the spine get nice and long here. So that you're beginning to grow taller. Starting to take nice, even inhales and exhales. Inhale through the nose. And while it's not quite the full moon just yet, we're almost there. And so tonight's practice is going to be inspired by the full moon. Also a little bit of an offering to the full moon. And so in your mind's eye, try to picture that big full moon floating in the sky, surrounding all around the blackness. Picture its silvery light as it beams down onto you. And just fills you with a feeling of peace and serenity. Starts all the way from the crown of the head, down through that third eye, between the eyebrows. Feel your awareness softening. Feeling the jaw relax, the teeth unclench. Feeling the shoulders pulled closer toward the ground. As the collarbones spread apart. And the chest lifts towards the sky, just ever so slightly. Feeling the belly soft. And expand every inhale. And drawing the belly towards the spine. Empty out the full lungs. Feel the hips soften and relaxing the knees, all to the earth. And feel the grounded connection of the feet towards the floor. The time of full moon is a time where you can let go of the things that are not serving you. To take stock of what your goals are, some things that you would like to accomplish. And take a big inhale. And then continue to feel that peace and calmness and clarity that comes with the white light of that moon shining down. Just picture in your mind's eye anything that is standing in your way. Maybe it's just a frame of mind, particular line of thinking. Maybe it's a relationship that is not serving you and your goals at this time. Just picture them there in front of you, just for a moment. And then the next exhale, just watch them fade away. Just feel yourself flooded with this calm energy and take us into your movement practice in the rest of the hour. Continually letting go of the thoughts and feelings that don't support you. To feel like you are enough. You are full of that stuff. And take one more inhale together, exhale the air out. And inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Allow the eyes to open. Keep the gaze really nice and soft here. We're just going to come up off of our cushion or our block. We're going to take it and just place it behind you, somewhere close to the middle of the mat. In any way that feels good, let's just come to standing at the top of your mat. Set the feet about hip distance apart. Big toes come just slightly closer together so that you're lining up the outside edges of the feet. Be parallel with the edges of the mat. Rock back and forth on the feet, just a couple of times. Find your center of gravity and balance. Lift up all the toes up on the mat and root through the ball of the foot here and into the arch, the inside of the arch and the heel. And then one by one, just draw all toes down onto the ground. Get it nice and lifted through the whole foot, right up the middle of the legs, into the pelvic floor as it tones in and up. Feel the belly button pull towards the spine as every vertebrae just goes a little bit higher away from the ground. Turning the palms to face towards the top of the mat, just open the collarbones a little bit more, squeeze the shoulder blades behind the heart. Lift the chin. Good big inhale here. Exhale to side. Soften through the knees as we inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhaling, hands to shin, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, lift the left foot back, keep that knee lifted for high lunge. You can shift back and forth here on the toes for just a moment. And then we're going to plant through the left hand as we reach the right arm forward and then circle it all the way around towards the bottom of the mat, coming into a supported neck position. So the front foot, the front leg is turning towards the right side of the mat. You're on the outside edge of your back foot, and the right hand is reaching toward that. On your inhale, let's sweep it up and overhead, draw a big arc over top of you. And then exhale, let's bring it all the way back down and around, coming to face the left side of the mat. Low lunge, side low lunge. Just pulse here for a few moments. You can keep the fingers on the mat with extra support. And then we're going to root down through that left heel as we straighten through both legs and drag the fingertips over towards the other side. Let's turn towards the back of the mat, staying in that nice high lunge here. Let both hands step the left foot back to meet the right. Option to keep it lifted or lower towards the mat. Take a big inhale here in your plank. Exhale, squeezing the elbows in towards the side of the body as you lower all the way towards the floor. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, float head and chest, cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Take a moment, paddle it out here. Then through the left knee, reach the right heel towards the ground. Switch your feet. Left heel comes down, then to the right. Now, straighten both legs any amount here. Dial the hands out towards the side of the mat so that you can really feel the shoulders starting to open here. This little external rotation through the upper arm. Check in with the low ribs. Make sure they're not sinking towards the earth. Let's pull them in and up here so that we're getting some nice strong engagement through the core. And then see if you can push the hips back and up just a little bit higher. Take one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Let's root down through the right heel as we inhale, the left goes up towards the center. On the exhale, step it through to low lunge. One more time. Sorry, my apologies. High lunge. Rock back and forth on the toes for just a moment, and then we're going to reach the left fingertips forward and circle that hand all the way around towards the back of the mat. Inhale, draw that big arch, wrinkle overhead. Exhale, reverse all the way around towards the left side. Pulsing here in your low side lunge. And press down through that right heel as you come all the way back over towards the other side. Let's come back to your low lunge, your high lunge. Apologies. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhaling, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees as you root your eyes from the heels all the way to standing. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, bring the hands back to the we repeat all of that, beginning this time on the right leg, stepping back. Maybe we'll squeeze up just a little bit here. Soften through the knees. Inhale, squeeze the arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, hands to shins, half the lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step the right foot back, rock back and forth on these feet. Root down through that right hand as you inhale the left arm forward and all the way around to the back side of the mat. Inhale, reaching up and overhead. Exhale to unwind, circle it all the way around towards the right side. Low side lunge. Press through the left heel, straighten through both legs, drag those fingers over towards the other side. And then maybe sweep them back over to the left leg one more time. And then again, over to the right, deeply bend that right knee, turn to your high lunge. Step the right foot back to meet the left, option to keep the knees lifted as you bend through the elbows, come all the way to the ground or halfway through jumping. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Again, check in with those low ribs, pulling in and up here, so you have a nice long spot. Gaze comes between the knees. 3 breaths here. Rooting down strongly through all 10 fingertips. One more breath. Then we'll root down through the left heel as we inhale, right toes up towards the sky. Stretch. Exhale, step it forward between the hands. High lunge. Inhale, take that right arm, circle it all the way around towards the back edge of the mat, the front edge of the mat. Inhale, sweep that right arm up and over. And then exhale to unwind. Draw that big circle all the way across the right leg to the other side. Side lunge. Root down through the right leg as you sweep the fingertips over towards the left. Let's do that one more time. All the way back across through the right. And then the left, make it nice and flowy here. Let's turn towards the top edge of the mat. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And then inhale. All the way up to standing, reach up, look up. Let's take a little back bend here. Squeeze the bum and start to extend the hips forward. Reach the arms back and away. Lifting the heart. Really small little bend here. And then exhaling. And support. Big breath. Let it go. One more like that. Feeling the shoulders falling. Feeling the heart rate. Feeling the breath. Just slow down. Nice. Quick sip of water. Before we move on to our next section. Standing back at the top of our mats. Feet about hip distance apart. Soften your knees. Inhale. Exhale, dive. Inhaling, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, stepping back for plank. Holding here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Option to keep those knees lifted as you come halfway through Chaturanga push-up. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And we'll come up onto the toes and the knees really wide towards the floor. So that they're as wide as the mat. Big toes to touch it. Come back to the heels. Out. A nice slow inhale here into the back side of the body. See if you can really pop up those back ribs. And the space between the shoulders. And let's walk the hands over towards the left side of the mat. Stretch through the right side. More traditionally, the full moon or the new moon would be really focused on meditation and being inward yourself, exploration. And so physical asana practice would be put aside during this time. Walk the hands over towards the right. And so tonight's practice is a little extra gentle, just in honor of that tradition. But the salutations, the flows that we're doing are all inspired by the moon. Designed to get your body and your mind into the right state in order to facilitate deeper meditation. Breathing into the left ear. Walk the hands back through center. And then press into the palms to pull the hips over the knees. Keep the knees pretty wide here. Maybe bring them in just a little bit. To keep them stacking directly over top of the hips, I should say. And then just start to walk the hands forward towards the top corners of the mat. When you can't really reach any further, start to allow the heart and the head to fall towards the ground. And you're really feeling that the chest is getting nice and heavy at the same time as you're really pulling those low ribs up towards the hip bone. So you don't want to dump the weight into a back extension here. Get some crunching. You want to try and keep the spine really nice and straight and long here. Nice traction. Take one more breath here like this. Really press into the palms. And then we're going to come up about halfway here so that we can come up onto just the left hand. Reach the right arm out towards the side. Exhale. Twist it through underneath. Thread the needle. Come to rest on top of that arm. And maybe turn the head to look at the left shoulder. Just creating a deeper twist. Breathe into that right arm. Maybe feel a nice stretch all the way into the middle of the back here. One more breath. Then press down into that left hand so you can inhale, come back up through center. Place the right hand back down on the floor. Inhale, left arm reaches out. Exhale, twist it and thread it through. Take another rest. And again, if you want to deepen the twist, you can turn the head so that the nose is coming towards the sky. And then press down through the right hand. Inhale to pull that left arm out. Bring the hand back towards the floor. And then just walk the hands towards the body. So that we can come to a stable top position. This is where you might want a block. Let's bring it over towards the left side to start. Let's bring the knees in just a little bit closer so that they're right underneath the hips directly. And then we're going to extend the right leg out towards the side so that the toes are pointing towards the front. And then we're going to walk the hands back so that we're just coming to stand on this left knee here. Be really conscious of the left glute as we move through this next series, that you're not starting to allow it to fall back. You start to sit down on your heel, like squeeze through there to stay really nice and lifted. And then we're going to take a nice big inhale and exhale. Press the palms away. Flex the fingers back towards the face. Draw the shoulders down. And as you feel as though you're pushing the walls away from you on both sides, just feel the upper body start to lift up and out of the lower body. Take one big inhale, get nice and tall. And then on the exhale, let's start to tip over towards that left side, keeping really nice and long through both sides of the waist here. And just starting to come all the way over towards the other side. Maybe your fingers can reach towards the ground, or maybe you want this block here just for a little extra support. And not even really support, it's more just to make it so that your anatomy can make it work. Because you don't want to be crunching here. You want to stay nice and lifted. So whichever way you need it. Let's keep this top arm stretched out for just a moment. Stay really wide and open here, and then let's take that right hand to the ear. Take a big inhale, open the chest, and we draw the shoulder, the elbow back a little bit, and then on the exhale, let's curl forward, doing like a half of a side crunch. So bring the elbow down towards the midline. We'll do that 8 more times. Inhale to open, exhale, crunch. 4, 7, pulling the lower belly in, squeezing that left bum cheek. As you curl forward, you can kind of even take a little check in there to make sure that the hip is staying nice and tall right over top of that knee. We're just working through the side obliques here. The side obliques, the obliques, they're on your side abdominals. And also the transverse abdominals, which come right across the belly. Let's do for 3, I've lost count, and 2, and 1. We're gonna hold here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Let's open the elbow up towards the sky, reach that right arm up, push away from the floor of your block, and then just come on over towards the other side, big side body stretch through the right. On the next inhale, let's pull yourself all the way up and over towards the other side. One more time, big stretch. All the way to the side of the mat. And then last time, coming over towards that extended leg. And then we'll come up through center. And let's bring the hands back down towards the floor. Just for a couple of moments here, we're going to come up onto the right toes. Circle the leg all the way around to the other side, so crossing the thighs behind you. Inhale, pull the chest forward, and then exhale, turn to look at those toes. Breathing into the right waist here. 3 breaths. And then nice and slow, unwind. And get ready to repeat on the other side. So take your block over to the right side. We'll extend the left leg out towards the top of the mat. And then walk the hands up so that we're standing up nice and tall on this right leg. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, press the air away from you. Keep the chest really nice and broad. Squeeze the right glute. Sitting up nice and tall here. And then start to fall over towards the right side. Take that left hand to the ear. Keep that elbow nice and lifted. Inhale. Exhale, curling forward. Elbow comes towards the body. Inhaling to open up the chest. Exhaling, pull that belly button in. Stretch. 6 more times. For 4. For 3. And 2. Keep moving with the breath. Last time, inhaling and exhaling. We're going to hold here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Open it up. Reach the left arm back up towards the sky. Press the ground away from you as you inhale. Come on over towards that extended leg. Reach the right arm up and overhead. Nice side body stretch. Use your next inhale to sweep you on over toward the other side. One more time. Stretch all the way out. Or toe the side edge of that foot all the way to the tip of the fingers. And then inhaling one more time over towards that leg. Inhale, press yourself back up through center. We'll bring the hands towards the floor one more time. And then take the left leg around and behind you to touch the floor on the right side. Inhale, pull the head and the chest forward. Exhale, turn to look at those left toes. Breathing into the left side of the body. Let's see if you can send the left side of the ribcage out and away. And then nice and slow, let's unwind. Come back to your tabletop. And then we're just going to come to sit in a seated kind of tree position. So just move your block out of the way one more time here. Take the sole of the right foot to the inside edge of the left leg. And really see if you can root down through this shin bone. Really keep it pressing in towards the earth as you flex the left toes towards your face. Be nice big inhale as you reach up and over towards the left toes, opening the chest towards the side here. Little side body stretch and a twist. A couple of breaths here. And then use that inhale, pull you back up through center. Turn now to look at the toes as you start to walk the hands forward, leading with the chest. Reach the tailbone back and away, and then folding over that leg. Smiling the heart towards that knee. Feeling the spine nice and long. And then again, as you keep pressing down through the shin and the inner thigh of this right leg, does it allow you to make some more space to twist a little bit deeper, fold forward a little bit more? Just maybe, just observe if that's a result. It doesn't have to happen, just perhaps. And then nice and slow, let's roll up. We'll bring the hands towards the top side of the mat now, so that we can come into kind of a half of a plank here. And then we're going to press into the palms, step the foot back so that the right toes reach up towards the sky here into a three-legged dog. Let's bend the knee, open the hip up towards the right side of the mat. Reaching that knee up towards the sky. And then we'll turn the hips back parallel towards the ground. Inhale to straighten through that right leg one more time. Exhale, let's step it forward between the hands. Coming to warrior two. So back foot is parallel-ish with the short edge of the mat. Right toes and knee are tracking towards the top. Fingers are reaching continuously in either direction. Feel the shoulders soften away from the ears. Really get nice and strongly rooted through the whole right foot. So feel nice and press really firmly into that right heel. Take a big inhale. And then on the exhale, let's take the right elbow to the right thigh and reach the left arm up and overhead. Extended side angle. Now from here, let's see if we can start to reach those right fingertips towards the floor. Again, this might be a place where you want to block. You can put it just on the inside edge of that foot if you want the space. But what we're going for here is to try and get the shoulder tucked in and underneath or just inside this, the right knee here, so that we can take this left hand, reach up towards the sky, turn the palm around behind you, and then start to come into testing out to see if you can get into a bind. So maybe start with the back of the hand just coming to the sacrum, or maybe reaching for the opposite hip crease. Or you could take this bottom hand and see if you can thread it through and around to meet the left hand behind you. Lift the chest up, look up towards the sky. Wherever you're at today, just hold it here for a few breaths. Using the strength of the left hand pressing into the back to really roll that shoulder open. And then nice and slow, unwind. Step the left foot forward to meet the right, coming into a forward fold. Inhale to straighten the leg, bend them out. Exhale, fold over that foot. And then take a nice big slow inhale to rise. All the way to standing. Exhale, done. Inhaling, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, step both feet back down towards the ground. We're going to come to set up for that whole system on the other side. So let's extend the right leg out. Bring the left toes or the left foot into the inside edge of that right leg. Take a nice big breath here. Get tall. And then draw a line through the inside of that right leg as you reach the left fingertips up and overhead. Use your next inhale to press you back up through center. We're going to twist to look at the right toes and then start to walk the hands forward. Release the weight of the head and the neck. Press down with that right heel. Some activation through the hamstring here. Encourage a deeper stretch. Stretching and strengthening at the same time. One more breath here. Right into the back of the body. And then walking the hands back. Yep, nice and tall. You take the hands to whichever edge of the mat that you're facing, whether it's the front of the back. Again, coming into this half plank here so that you can get set up. So root down through the right foot. Inhale, left toes up towards the sky. Take a bend in that knee and then open up the hip towards the left side. So making the knee the tallest thing on your back right now. Keep dialing both shoulders down towards the mat so making them nice and even here. Just the pelvis is opening up. And then we'll circle that knee back down to point towards the floor. Inhale, straighten through the leg one more time. Exhale, step it forward between the hands. Warrior two. Exhaling to feel the shoulders falling away from the ears. Feeling energetically, maybe as though we're pulling the feet together, and see how that changes the engagement of the posture. Where are you feeling any sensation that feels like maybe some intense working, or where can you find some relaxation and ease in your posture? One more breath here. And then nice and slow, let's bring that left elbow to the thigh, reach the right arm up and overhead. If you have your block nearby and you would like it to come and support you into your side, that may go here and go for it. We're going to start to bring that left hand down towards the floor inside that right foot. And then turn the back palm, or inside the left foot. Turn the right palm away from you and then circle the arm around to either the low back, or maybe it comes to find that hip crease, or maybe you attempt to find your bind. Grabbing the hands behind you. Reaching the left shoulder underneath that thigh. As you circle the chest up towards the sky. Wherever you are, take 3 more breaths. And nice and slow, unwind. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Into a forward. Inhaling, hands to chin, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward one more time. Root down through both feet as you inhale to stand. Reach both arms up, look up. Exhale, let's dive right through to one more forward fold. Hang out here for a minute. So heel to the feet so that they're a little bit wider apart. Maybe just about hip distance or could even be a little bit wider. Pointing them parallel. And then we're going to take the peace fingers and wrap them around the big toes. The knees can be bent any amount here so that we can really get the belly flat onto the thighs. And we're going to inhale to straighten through the arms, coming up about halfway. And then exhale, fold forward, pull onto the big toes as you press the big toes in towards the floor. See if you can reach the chest between the knees of the thigh. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling to straighten. Come up halfway. Exhale, pull up on the feet as the body comes down toward here. The crown of the head reaches down. Last time, inhaling. And exhale, pull up. Elbows come up nice and wide. Upper body reaches for behind you. And then let's hold here for just a few breaths. Nice and slow, release the toe. Let's take opposite hands to elbows and just sway side to side. And then when you're ready, do a deep bend in the knees. Inhale. Slowly to rise all the way to stand. Roll the shoulders back away. Let's take a sip of water before we come into our last little section here. So begin on the right side of the mat. Set the feet about hip distance apart. You're going to take a moment to find your stillness, your rooted connection into the ground. And go back to finding that calm, peaceful light from the moon shining down. And as we move through this last sun salutation, is the Lunar Salutation called Chandra Namaskar. Just keep that in your mind's eye. This last little sequence is really meant to help calm you down, really bring the heart rate down. So here we go. Let's bring hands to center and then inhale to reach them up and overhead. Putting the fingers towards the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, bend towards the left as you send the hip over towards the right. Use your next inhale to pull you up through center. Exhale, come over to the right side. Hips come to the left. Inhaling one more time, come through center. And then let's come up onto the left leg, or sorry, right leg, as you step the left foot out, really nice and wide, coming into a goddess pose. You can make a deep bend in the knees. Palms are facing out. You're squeezing the shoulders behind the heart. Elbows are bent about 90 degrees. Take 3 more breaths here. Rolling that low belly in and up. Trying to keep the heart lifted as much as possible here without taking a super deep back bend. We're going to straighten through the arms and the legs now as we turn. the left toes to face the back side of the mat, and then maybe send the right toes slightly more parallel, or about 45 degrees. We're going to send the hips back and away as you reach forward with the left fingers, and then tip through the upper body to come into a triangle. Gaze comes up to that right thumb. Here. And then we're going to turn the chest, bring both hands towards that left leg. Stay nice and straight through both legs. Forehead comes towards you here. We're really folding over this leg. Take a little rounding through the spine. Using the hands for support, let's come on to the back toes. Lower that knee, coming into a low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Really press the pelvis forward. Pull the belly in and up as you send the heart up. Arms come behind you. Take a little back extension here. And then exhale to release, fingers towards the ground. Relift that right knee as you turn to come back into a low side lunge. Bringing your block somewhere in the middle of the mat, should you want it. We're going to press into both feet. Bring the feet just a little bit closer together here. Keep them toes pointing at 45 degrees, and then sit the hips back and down for a squat. If you don't have a block or you don't need the block, by all means, you can take it out of the way. It's just there for a little extra support. Make this maybe a little bit more restorative. Pressing the palms together and the heart into the thumbs. Close the eyes. Feel the tailbone getting nice and long towards the ground. One more breath. And then again, bring the hands down towards the floor for support. I'm going to walk the feet over towards the right side. Extend the left leg out long, coming into your low lunge here. Your low side lunge. And then turn towards the top side of the mat. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up as you send the hands back, hips forward. Pull that belly in to support the low back. Exhale, sweep the fingers down towards the floor. Coming up onto the back toes, let's straighten through both legs for your pyramid pose. Forehead presses towards you. And then we're going to place the right hand on the right foot or on the shin, and then open the chest towards the left side of the mat, reaching the left fingertips up towards the sky. One more breath here. And then press all the way up to standing. Open both arms towards the sky. Turn the toes out to 45 degrees. Sit down into your goddess pose. You can take a little mudra here if you like, with the hands, or just open them up really nice and wide. One more breath here. And then get ready. We're going to take a big step over towards the left side of the mat. Inhale, reach the fingers up towards the sky. Squeeze the biceps into the ears. Exhale, take a bend over towards the right. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, so over towards the left. Turn maybe to look up at the sky. Inhale, coming through center. Exhale, bring hands to heart. I'm going to repeat that one more time, and that will be the end of our practice. Let's close the eyes for a moment. Feel the heart rate to come down. Prepare ourselves for this final few moments. Our salute to the moon. So inhale, reach the fingers up towards the sky. Exhale, bend over towards the right, then the hips towards the left. Inhaling through center. Exhaling over towards the left, hips go to the right. Inhale to center, step nice and wide out with that right foot. Open up the arms, bend the knees out towards the sides, 45 degrees, squatting into your cross. Hold here for 3. For 2, sink a little lower. And 1, we're gonna straighten through both arms and legs, and we're gonna turn towards the right side. Send the hips back and away as you reach the right fingertips forward, and then tip the chest and the head towards the top. Triangle. 1 breath here. On the exhale, send the pelvis, the chest, the head towards the top foot. Bring the forehead towards that knee. Really squeeze that head towards the knee here, so you might create a bit of compression into the front side of the body. And then come to your low lunge. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead and back here. Lift the heart. Exhale. Fingertips come to the earth. Side lunge. Inhale, coming through center here. Bring the feet a little closer together. Sit down into your squat. Loosen the up. Squeezing the inner thighs into the triceps. Pushing those inner thighs away with the triceps. So that you're broadening through the whole back and chest. And lifting yourself up and out of the weights. Last breath. And then using the hands, just walk the left foot over towards the left side. Extend that right foot out, side lunge. Stand up. Turn towards the back edge of the mat. Lower that right knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Really press the hips forward here. Use the abdominals for support. Exhale, bring fingertips towards the earth. Straighten through both legs. Forehead to knee. Take the left hand to the left foot or the shin. Open up the hips towards the side. Send them up and away. Reach the right arm up. Triangle. Stay nice and long through both sides of the waist. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Turn both feet towards the side of the mat. Maybe open the toes a little bit wider here. And then exhale for your goddess. Close the eyes. Inhale to come up halfway. Exhale to pulse a little deeper. For 2. And 1. Straighten through both arms, both legs. Take a big bend in the knees. Step towards the right side of the mat one more time. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Exhale, bending over towards the left this time. Send the hips to the right. Inhaling back through center. Exhaling to the left, or the right, my apologies. Last exhale here. Inhale through center. Exhale, hands to front. And there you have it. Our full moon, blue moon yoga practice, our offering for today. Take some time to rest and relax now. Maybe have some tea. Take a shavasana, or maybe sit and do another meditation. Whatever feels good for you right now, wherever you're at. Thank you very much. Be excellent to yourselves and each other. And happy Halloween.